Gaming, and the fall as the Chicago Whites, the road to the World Series. This will be the special edition of the road play throughout the game. I know Big Dope, my partner here at Life Around Sports Gaming, usually likes to do a lot of intro and the post game outro and all of that, but I'm gonna try to do something different today and actually do play-by-play throughout the game. And as I mentioned, the fall from grace continues. I'm currently tied in a three-way tie for first place in the AL Central with a 4-game losing streak, and the Detroit Tigers, they are in fourth, only a game and a half back. But what was once a 2-team division race between the White Sox and Tigers is now with 4 teams all within 2 games of each other. Not even that, a game and a half in the Twins, Cleveland, Detroit, and now the White Sox. And the fall from grace for my White Sox, where did it start? Let's go back to when we played Oakland, and we took a 3-game sweep in Oakland. We turned it around in 4 against Cleveland at home. Then we lost 2 out of 3 to Minnesota, 2 out of 3 to Detroit. Excuse me, 2 out of 3 to Toronto. Sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking about. And then we lost 2 out of 3 to Houston, 2 out of 3 to Texas, 2 out of 3 to Detroit. We beat Houston in 2 of 3. Lost 2 out of 3, 2 demoralizing losses to Tampa Bay. Split 4 with Pittsburgh. Lost 2 out of 3 to Texas, and then a 3-game sweep. 2 coming in the extra innings against one coming in extra innings against Minnesota on my second to last game on Tuesday. And then we lost in the 10th, and then my last game, which I played earlier today, we lost 6-5 in the bottom of the 9th. The fall from grace has continued. Today it'll be 10-4 Chris Sale going up against 5-4 Justin Verlander. Detroit Tigers, we played at US Cellular Field, and the Tigers beat us 7-5. We won the second game of that series 4-1, and then they won 1-4. So they see 2-1 Detroit there. We beat Detroit 2 out of 3 as well earlier this year, 6-2, 4-0, and then we lost 1-4. So right now 3-3, and then we played them earlier where we swept them in all 3 games of Detroit, which at the time was the series for first place. So we currently own the season series against the Detroit Tigers 6-3. Chris Sale, Justin Verlander, they're going to be the pitching matchup today. Be on the lookout later here on Life Around Sports Gaming Network as my partner Big Dope 7. The 33-41 Cubs take on the 46-27 Dodgers, and C.J. Edwards takes on Brandon McCarthy. Chris Sale versus Justin Verlander, that will be next. In the meantime, feel free to check out Life Around Sports Gaming Network on YouTube. Check our archive videos and our games. Also follow us here on Twitch at Life Around Sports Gaming, and also follow us on Twitter at LRSGN. Today, Adam Eden and those guys, we're gonna get that all started. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna let the game do this one, as I usually do. And because it's 1 in the morning here. Yeah, it's about 1:30 in the morning here in Chicago. I'm gonna play this Overcast. Something about the sun at night throws me off. I don't like that. It just feels weird. So we're gonna play this in Overcast clouds as you get a good look at the starting lineups. Eaton, Shuck, Abreu, LaRoche, Garcia, Gillespie, Ramirez, Flowers, and Sanchez. Rajay Davis, Ian Kinsler, Cabrera, the now traded Cespedes, Ghost, J.D. Martinez, Castellanos, Martinez, and Iglesias for Detroit. Important series here for the White Sox. 4 games against Detroit, who's currently a game and a half back. So really, the question begs, who has more to win and who has more to lose here in this series? I would say maybe we have more to lose. As Matt Vasgersian comes in here, and then you get a look at the MLB The Show crew here at Comerica Park in Detroit. As we look to try to bounce back, 4-game losing streak, and what better way to get back on the winning path than playing the Detroit Tigers, who are currently 4th in the division. Just got done playing the Minnesota Twins, who currently have won 8 straight. Shout out to Big Dope, he lost 3 as well of those. We lost 3, he lost 3. So Minnesota's 6 of their last 8 wins have been against both hosts of Life Around Sports Gaming Network. As we are getting ready to get the opening pitch underway here at Comerica Park as the Tigers take the field. Justin Verlander on the bump today. He's 5-4 on the season for his Detroit Tigers. He's going up against Chris Sale, who is 10-4. There you see the ERA 288 for Chris Sale, 372 for Justin Verlander. Pretty even in the opponent's average allowed. As we get ready to kick off the ball game here, as there's a look at Robin Ventura, well, what's supposed to be Robin Ventura because he doesn't look like that in real life. One more look at the starting lineup: Adam Eaton, JB Shuck, Jose Abreu, Adam LaRoche, Avisayo Garcia, Connor Gillespie, Alexi Ramirez, Tyler Flowers, and Carlos Sanchez, who usually doesn't play much, playing in place of Emilio Bonifacio. Excuse me, Emilio Bonifacio. Got it backwards there. 79 Ks on the year for Verlander in his 14 appearances. This would be his 15th appearance of the season. Likely all starts for Verlander. I mean, why would you bring him off the bench? Although he has fallen off in past seasons, he's still just as good. We get a look at the Detroit defense. Victor Martinez behind the plate. Cabrera, Kinsler, Castellanos, Iglesias in the infield. Ghost Davis and J.D. Martinez left to right in the outfield. As we are ready to play ball here at Comerica Park. I usually speed through these games. I probably will, but I'm going to try to do my best play-by-play here. Adam Eaton with 20 stolen bases on the year, hitting 276. We'll kick things off here from Comerica Park as you get a look at the Admiral Motors fountain out in center field. The first pitch from Verlander is a 12-6 curve down the middle. I'm taking all the way for strike one, as that's the opening pitch. Meanwhile, take a look at the Under Armour ticker underneath. As you see, Baltimore currently leading Boston 1-0 out in Fenway Park. Here's the 0-1. Eaton gets a piece, he fouls it off. Adam Eaton, pretty good season for the White Sox, 20 stolen bases. As he takes a pitch there, Wes Huey check swings it, the throw to first, and Eaton is out to kick off the ball game. So 3-pitch strikeout, swinging in the dirt there as Verlander starts the day off. I think that's strikeout number 80 on the year. Yeah, that is strikeout number 80 for Verlander. Here's JB Shuck. 1 home run on the year. He's batting 14 for 37 in his last 10 games. His first homer of the year came in the last game against the Minnesota Twins, which you will be able to catch. You can catch here on Live for All Sports Gaming in our archives, or you can wait till the game is posted on YouTube by my partner Big Dope 7. First pitch of the game faced by JB Shuck is a strike, high and tight sort of here. The wind blowing out here at Comerica Park, as you see the flags out in center field blowing the other way. Fastball high, ball one, so it's a ball and a strike. JB Shuck has seen a lot of games this season. Garcia missing a lot of games earlier in the year due to injuries. Also been missing some games, been a little dinged up as of late. He is in the lineup today. Here's the 1-1 to JB Shuck, fouled off, a ball and 2 strikes. JB Shuck, his first home run, as I mentioned earlier, hit into his last game. It was a very awkward home run. It looked like it was going to be off the wall, but it just hit the awning in right field out in Target Field against the Twins. Shuck batting as a 2-2 pitch here. Here's the pitch from Verlander. That is a 12-6, and it's inside. Jose Abreu on deck. Abreu, a home run hitting phenom a year ago, batting only .288 this year, has 13 home runs. He ended up last season only hitting 33, but he had about 21 at the break, if I remember correctly. Here's the 3-2 to Shuck. That's in the dirt, and he will take his base. So Verlander strikes one out, and he walks one to start the ball game. And now he will face the White Sox slugger, Jose Abreu. Abreu hitting .288 on the year, a slugging percentage of .460 on the year. He's got JB Shuck standing at first. And do not be surprised if you have not been watching a lot of White Sox baseball here live for Raw Sports Gaming. Do not be surprised to see a lot of attempted stolen bases. White Sox #1 in the league in stolen bases this year. Here's the first pitch. Abreu hits one hard into left center field. That should get in, and it is. It's going to get down. Ghost struggles. Shuck is going to round third. It looks like the White Sox are going to draw first blood, and they do. 1-0 White Sox. RBI double for Jose Abreu. And there's a good shot. There's a good take there from Abreu. Good swing, not take. Good swing by Abreu. Drives it in the left field, and the White Sox draw first blood. Coming to the plate Adam LaRoche, 19 home runs in the year, leading the White Sox in home runs, has a .309 batting average as you saw across the screen, and now he has a runner in scoring position with one away. And 1-0 good guys as I get the text from my partner Big Dope 7, whom I believe he is watching, so shout out to Big Dope 7. Here's the 1-0.
And this is going to be a foul.
Big Dope 7, aka Drew. Congratulations to him on his engagement to his lovely fiancee Kristen. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, LaRoche gets a hard swing on that one, but that is going to hook foul. So no balls, 2 strikes. Abreu standing on second. White Sox a number of runners stranded in yesterday's ball game against the Twins. Yesterday, as in earlier today against Minnesota. Here is the 0-2 pitch to LaRoche on the way. That's inside. Blocked very well to keep Abreu from going to third. So a ball and 2 strikes to LaRoche coming. Verlander will need at least 16 pitches to get out of this first inning. Here's pitch number 15. He gets the circle change to strike out Adam LaRoche. And a great off-speed pitch by Verlander. He definitely pulled the string here. As you take a look at that, just pulls the string. LaRoche well out ahead of that one and definitely over it as he'll go down on strikes. And here's Mr. Avisail Garcia batting .300 on the year. Actually led the team in home runs at one point this year. He missed 3 weeks of the season with, if I remember correctly, it was a shin injury. But he is back in the lineup. Has been in and out, trading places with J.B. Shuck, who's actually been playing pretty well as of late. And here's the first pitch to Garcia. Swing and a miss by Garcia on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. And shout out to the year 1992. I was born in 90 myself, but shout out to the year 1992, the year Dr. Dre dropped The Chronic. Yes, I know that has nothing to do with baseball, but yeah. Here's the 0-1, and here's a ball in the dirt. 83-mile-per-hour circle change from Justin Verlander. And here comes the 1-1. Pitch number 18 of the game for Verlander. Here we go. And he gets Garcia swinging at the 12-6. Verlander, nasty curveball, nasty off-speed pitches, pulling the string on Avisail Garcia to get things going here in the first inning. Abreu standing on second still after his RBI double scored J.B. Shuck from first. The 1-2, 4-seamer in the dirt, and it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the White Sox right fielder. Garcia only drawn 1 walk on the season. I mentioned earlier the White Sox lead the league in stolen bases. Dead last in the league, I believe, in walks. Garcia hits it deep down the right field line. It may not matter. That is foul. It looks just foul. And almost 3-0 White Sox, which would be exactly the start the Sox need after 4 straight losses at Target Field in Minnesota. The 1-1, 2-2 in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Connor Gillespie, who was traded at the trade deadline in real life to the Los Angeles Angels, still on my team because we haven't got to that point where we need to trade him. Still on the team. Here's the 3 balls, 2 strikes to Garcia. The pitch. He hits a hard one right at Ian Kinsler, and Verlander gets out of the inning, giving up minimal damage. But Jose Abreu drove an RBI double in the left field. Anthony Goes could not field it clean. J.B. Shuck scored from first. Tigers are coming to bat for the first time against Chris Sale when we get back.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for the Tigers now.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. There, Davis, Kinsler, and Cabrera, Cespedes, Gomes, Martinez, Castellanos, and I forgot who the last 2 were. Forgive me. There you see Chris Sale yet to have a walk this season, but he's got 94 strikeouts, allowed 100 hits, so that should tell you a lot about the White Sox pitching and defense this season. Don't expect a lot of walks, expect a lot of hitting when the White Sox are on the hill. As Chris Sale, I'm not going to warm up here, man. It's too late to warm it up. Here's Rajai Davis. He's batting .253 on the season, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs. Meanwhile, for those of you that are like me, those last 2 guys were Victor Martinez and Jose Iglesias. So yeah, maybe next time I do this, I try to have notes. I make some notes so that way I know everything. But anyway, here we are underway. Rajai Davis at the plate, taking on Chris Sale. The first pitch is fastball, and he fouls it off to the right side. Rajai Davis, always a threat to steal bases. So we talked about the White Sox being leading the league in stolen bases. Rajai Davis, definitely a threat to steal bases anytime he reaches. So this will be an important first batter for Chris Sale, especially considering the White Sox losing their last 4, including a tough loss against Texas, leading 6-2 going into the 9th of that game, allowing 6 runs in the 9th inning and an 8-6 loss to the Texas Rangers earlier this week. Here's the 2-1 to Rajai Davis. 2-2, he fouls it away. Hard hit, well, not necessarily hard hit, but definitely hit well, but foul. The 2-2 count, the number 1 finger has been down the entire at bat. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the 4-seam fastball, 93 on the gun, and Chris Sale gets his first strikeout of the game. Almost matched Justin Verlander. Actually, he did match him. Verlander struck out Adam Eaton on 3 pitches, but Sale needs 5 to get Davis, but he gets a strikeout nonetheless. And batting .330 on the year is Ian Kinsler, and he'll come to the plate for the first time here in the ball game. As I probably shouldn't have to tell you guys, that is the bottom of the first, but here it is, Ian Kinsler for the first time in the ball game. Here's the pitch, and Kinsler gets one in the right field, hit right at Avisail Garcia, and Detroit wastes no time getting their first hit of the game, and they get it with the second batter. White Sox took to the third batter, being Abreu, after Shuck reached on a walk. Needed for the White Sox to get on the board in the top of the first. Let's see if Detroit can match the White Sox here with Miguel Cabrera. 16 home runs on the year, 4th in the American League, behind, take a wild guess who number 1 is, Adam LaRoche of the White Sox. He has 19 on the season. As you can look at the bottom of the screen, the Under Armour ticker, the National League leaders in doubles, however, it just went away as I mentioned it. Kinsler standing over at first. Here's the first pitch to Miguel Cabrera. It is a slider hit deep in the right field. Garcia has to chase it down. He will make the catch as he drops into the warning track. Excuse me, his momentum takes him into the warning track and he makes the play. So 2 away as Cabrera makes very good contact, and Garcia just made great reaction, runs it down into the alley, carries him right back to the warning track, makes the grab, and he gets out number 2 as Yoenis Cespedes. So we had number 1, number 3, and number 5 in home runs in this game in LaRoche, Cabrera, and now he's a New York Met in real life, is Yoenis Cespedes, but we have not gotten to the trade deadline. We're still in June, actually, here on Life of Ralph Sports Gaming Network.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Yeah.
And there you see the home run.
And there's a look at our home run leader. I misspoke. LaRoche is not number 1. He's number 2 behind Jose Bautista, who has 20. Seager, Pujols, and Encarnacion all tied for 3rd. The 0-1 pitch coming to Yoenis Cespedes. It's 0-2. Fastball inside. Fastball outside, but in the zone for strike number 2. Chris Sale coming up on pitch number 10, so if he can get a short inning, that'd be pretty good for Robin Ventura and the White Sox, who have had some pretty bad starting outings as of late, and Cespedes fouls it out. Sale takes a look at Ian Kinsler standing over first. Here's the pitch, and he gets him on strikes. 93 on the gun this time, and Chris Sale, with 2 strikeouts, retires the Detroit side of the first. White Sox will come to bat in the second in the morning.
Connor Gillespie will stand in, and you see there it's been scorching.
A cloudy gray day here in Detroit as we return to Comerica Park. Connor Gillespie to the plate, presented by Louisville Slugger, as we continue this second inning. We continue on with the second inning here of the White Sox and Tigers on the Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network. Here is the first pitch
Of the inning
from Verlander to Gillespie, and that's a ball in the outside corner. Around the league, Baltimore and Boston, 2-0 Baltimore in the second there at Fenway, as Gillespie hits one in the left field for a base hit. Matt Wieters with a home run, his 2nd of the year. out there in Boston. Oakland and Texas 1-1. As we get a look at this date in baseball history, Diamondbacks pitcher Edwin Jackson walks 8 and throws 149 pitches, but still manages to no-hit the Tampa Bay Rays 1-0. Salute to Edwin Jackson, 5 years ago on today in baseball history. Now of the Chicago Cubs. In real life, he's now formerly of the Chicago Cubs, was released a few days ago. There you see Rajay Davis and Mike Trout tied for first in triples in the American League, along with Leonys Martin of the Texas Rangers. Yoenis Cespedes fourth with 5 triples, and Brett Gardner also tied for fourth with 5 of his own.
First pitch coming.
Here's the first pitch to Alexi Ramirez. He pops it up in the left field. Anthony goes. Let's see if he can make the catch here. And he does. And he gets out number 1 to kick off the second inning. Or excuse me, to follow up the Connor Gillaspie base hit in the second inning. Detroit, a very hitters-friendly park in my opinion. White Sox usually have pretty strong games here in Detroit, going back to earlier in the season. Here's the first pitch to Tyler Flowers, swing and a miss, strike 1. Live for Raw Sports Gaming Network, we will have this entire season for you. The entire postseason will be covered here on Live for Raw Sports Gaming Network. Also, check out my own personal YouTube, King Rouse on YouTube. I'll have my own MLB The Show 15 postseason as well for my offline season. I haven't been broadcasting. I'm just going to do the postseason because I started it late. I don't want to do it. I don't want to broadcast if I started late. So yeah, I'm going to broadcast the postseason. Sort of how I did the NBA 2K15 playoffs, which you can check out in archive on my YouTube. Here's the 1-1 to Flowers, and that is a ball in the outside corner. Also here on Live for Raw Sports Gaming Network, Madden NFL 16 on the way. We will have football all season long, more series to come. And also follow those stories on Twitter at LRSGN as Tyler Flowers rips one in the left field. And left field has been the spot today for the White Sox. Abreu with an RBI double in the left field, Gillaspie with a leadoff single, and now Tyler Flowers, all 3 hits actually have been in the left field as Flowers pulls that one and had no business even swinging at that one, but was able to get the arms extended and pull it in the left field for the 3rd hit of the game for the Chicago White Sox. At the beginning of the year, Tyler Flowers was pretty much a trade piece, was going to be traded away. White Sox decided to hold on to him, and it has actually paid off for for the most part. He and Giovanni Soto have been switching in and out at catchers. Soto actually had a better start to the season than Flowers did, but Flowers has come on as of late. Sanchez gets a hold of one in the deep into the gap. Davis with a great catch, and that will actually, unfortunately, will keep the runners where they should be for the White Sox. That should have, if it appeared as if that was going to get down, it may have even scored Flowers all the way from first. Definitely would have scored Gillaspie, but Rajay Davis with his speed, able to run that one down for out number 2 as Adam Eaton will come to the plate for the second time. And they went down on 3 pitches to kick off the game, an inning ago. And he went down on the pitch in the dirt, so he struck out to first. And here is the first pitch from Verlander. He struck out on the drop third strike, ball 1 to start the game. Just get the game, start the at bat. Here's the pitch. Slider on the inside corner gets him jumbled up, and he cannot even get a piece of it. Does not have the arm extension of, say, a Tyler Flowers as he swings and misses there. 1 ball and a strike to the White Sox center fielder, Adam Eaton. Verlander at pitch number 34. Here's the delivery to the plate. Curveball in the outside corner. He will definitely match his jersey number, at least will match it to end the inning, as he's at number 35 here on the way, as he'll face Adam Eaton, barring an injury, knock on wood. Here is the 1-2 pitch to Adam Eaton on the way. Verlander checking second of Gillaspie. Double checks it. Here's the pitch. The 1-2, and we'll do it again. 1-0 White Sox here from Comerica Park in a really important American League Central Division battle. 2-seam fastball on the outside corner is 2 balls and 2 strikes, actually in the other batter's box. Justin Verlander trying to get it together. 5-4 in the season. He's had a rough go of it. But here is the 2-2. Eaton gets a piece of it, hits it right to Ian Kinsler. Kinsler actually can't get it clean, but he still makes the play and throws out Adam Eaton. Tigers will come back to the plate to take on Chris Sale. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Detroit here in the second inning. Anthony goes. A 9-game hitting streak. Batting .238, no home runs, and 7 RBIs. Melky Cabrera, who is not in action today for the White Sox, just about a similar stat line, does not have a home run this season, but he has 20 RBIs over the year. Very important part of the White Sox order, but given a day off today as Anthony goes, fouls that one away. As we take a look at the stats of Mr. Melky Cabrera this season, batting .289, no home runs, and 21 RBIs on the year in his 67 games played for the White Sox. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Anthony Goes. Pops it up in the left field. And left field has been the spot as of late. However, Goes will pop this one in the glove of J.D. Shuck, who, as I mentioned earlier, usually switches with Avisail Garcia, but switches with Cabrera today. As you get a look at the AL Central standings to get an idea of how tied up all 4 of these teams at the top are right now. And it's very funny that the team that's actually the best in the AL Central in real life is in last. As you see at the bottom of the screen, the stolen base leaders in the AL, Bonifacio first, Eaton and Rajay Davis are tied, and then you have Everett Cabrera of Baltimore and Craig Gentry of Oakland following Emilio Bonifacio. Bonifacio also not in the lineup today for the White Sox. That honor goes to, depends on how you look at it. It goes to Carlos Sanchez if you look at him as second base, Avisail Garcia if you look at him as a right fielder. J.D. Martinez at the plate here. Victor Martinez, V-Mart, will be coming up later. Here's the 1-1 outside on the fastball, 2 balls and a strike.
And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter.
Wherever you are, I hope you are having a great evening or morning. It is 2 in the morning here in Chicago, Illinois, my hometown, as the White Sox get ready. As the White Sox look to get off the schneid, 4 straight losses, including 1 at home to Texas and 3 straight at Minnesota. But Minnesota, a team that has won 8 consecutive games, including 3 against the White Sox and 3 against the Chicago Cubs. So they have owned Chicago as of late, so to speak. However, J.D. Martinez is going to own some pine as he takes a look there at strike 3. And now Nick Castellanos will come to the plate, batting .233 on the season. No home runs and 13 RBIs for the Detroit third baseman.
Coming.
And here is the pitch to Castellanos. Takes strike 1 as Sale has found it on his last 4 pitches, counting that one. 19 pitches. This will be number 20 on the delivery. Here's Sale, the changeup. Hit right into center field, and Detroit has their second hit of the game. And if you haven't noticed it today, for the White Sox, the hitting has been all to left field. Detroit has spread it around. They've got one to right with Kinsler, and now Castellanos rips one right up the gut to center field. Chris Sale tried to duck a little bit. Luckily for him, didn't have to duck too far, as it's well over his head in the center field. 7-game hitting streak for V-Mart. Victor Martinez, formerly, he used to play for Cleveland. Now he's playing for Detroit. And you have to wonder for this Detroit team, can they get a World Series win one of these days, one of these years? They've been in the hunt every year for just about the past 6 seasons. And if you think about this Detroit team about 10 years ago, this was definitely a perennial loser. We're almost tied and broke the record of the New York Mets. I believe it was the 69 Mets? Yeah, the 69 Mets. Well, one of the old New York Mets teams that had the 120 losses in the season. This team lost 119 games one year. And now they're a perennial World Series contender, but have not been able to hoist the trophy in the end. They've lost to the Cardinals, They lost
Reaches down and hits this one on the ground
to the Giants,
on to second for
and
the
now
first
there's the
down,
flip
and
to
the side is
second
retired.
by Alexei Ramirez to end the inning.
One left for Detroit.
White
They're
Sox,
down
however, have
1-0.
hoisted it. They hoisted it exactly 10 years ago in 2005. They'll be coming back to the plate. Good guys coming back to the plate. The Southside Hitmen will return in Comerica. As J.B. Shuck
ready to go here as
back
we
to the
begin
plate. He's
third.
drew a walk. He scored. He's the only run in this ball game so far as we get ready to start the
Now
third
the
inning.
first pitch.
Here is the first pitch to Shuck.
Fouled straight back.
Fouls that one away. No balls and a strike to the White Sox outfielder. I'm not going to call him left fielder because he can play every part of the outfield for this team. Here's the pitch.
And this is bounced
Fouls that one
foul
off
at
as
the
well.
plate.
Verlander
That
doing a
moves the
great
count
job
to
keeping the
0-2
ball
now.
down. When he's gotten hurt today, he's gotten hurt by thigh-high pitches.
here's the pitch.
Flowers caught one thigh-high and hoisted it
And
in the
under
left
hands
field.
with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Abreu got one just about belt high and lifted it in the left field to score the only run that has scored in this ball game, and that was J.B. Shuck. 1 ball with 2 strikes to J.B. Shuck. Here it is. And Shuck, there's one thigh high, and he gets it in the center field. First hit for the White Sox that does not go to left fielder Anthony Goes. Rajay Davis picks it up, throws it in, and J.B. Shuck standing at first. And J.B. Shuck, expect him to possibly be in motion here. Look forward. Remember, anytime the White Sox, well, of course not guys like Abreu and LaRoche, but a lot of these guys that play outfield, maybe corner infielders for the White Sox, definite threats to steal at all times. Shuck standing over at first against Verlander. This is Abreu at the plate for the White Sox.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Here's the pitch. Abreu got
this is
one
gonna be
at
a
about the chest. Fouls that one away. Shuck takes a lead over at first. Here is the 0-1
He's ready now.
to
The pitch.
Verlander.
That's over.
12-6
below, it's a ball
curveball.
and a strike.
Over below for ball 1.
Now a throw over to first. Runner back
Smart
safe.
move by Verlander as he takes a check. He attempts to pick off J.B. Shuck, but nothing doing over there. Here's the 1-1.
Victor gives the sign. The 1-1.
1 ball,
And he lays off for a ball.
1 strike, outside corner, 2 balls and a strike to the White Sox first baseman.
We know he can hurt you.
Nobody out,
Verlander,
runner
let's see if
up
he
first.
tries to pitch around Abreu here.
Here it comes.
The
2-1.
2-1, Shuck goes.
And there he goes.
Shuck
Towards
goes,
second.
he's going to beat that
Pitches
easily.
ball strike.
And that will get the White Sox a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
When you're struggling as a ball
And why that's important
when you gotta
is
force
because
the
on
issue a little
deck
bit. And that can mean
is the
being
White Sox
aggressive on
home
the
run
bases.
leader, Adam
And now
LaRoche,
he's
who has
getting
done
second
damage
here on
this
a stolen
season
base.
for the White Sox. And almost any time he comes to the plate, even if there's not a runner on base, you still worry about the damage
The 2-2
that Adam
coming.
LaRoche can cause. Abreu, however, rips one into right field.
Into right field for a base hit.
The throw.
And now they've got a man out there with nowhere to
Shuck
go.
actually went through the stop sign. However, the throw back into the infield
Picture perfect right there.
came in a little
You know
too
as a hitter
late
that you're gonna wanna make
to
sure
try to
you
get him
to
down
the
at
right
third
side.
base.
Get that runner to
And
third
now
base.
runners on the
If you do it
corners
well enough, you get yourself
for
a
Adam
base hit to
LaRoche
go
as we get a
along
good
with
look
it.
at this,
Check
another
it
look
out
at this
again.
pitch.
Let's this pitch get
Roche with a
almost
nice
past him.
hanging pitch
He
right down the
manages to
middle.
still get good
Abreu
contact
able to shoot it the
and
other
send it
way
into right field
and
for the base hit.
moves J.B. Shuck to third. He was standing at second after he stole it. Now here's LaRoche.
Stepping in now, Adam LaRoche. As this
And
is
LaRoche
foul
got
beginning
underneath
to
that
play.
one,
It's
but
strike
he
one.
fouls it back into the seats for strike 1. White Sox looking to do a little bit more damage earlier. LaRoche hits another one down the line. That is foul. LaRoche, if I remember correctly, that was LaRoche that hit the ball down the right field line earlier, and it hooked foul at the last moment. The 0-2 ball inside slider.
Perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Strike zone a little up there.
Dodges the
Can't go
HBP,
down looking here.
but he'll
Got
keep
to
the at
put
bat
this
going.
ball
A
in
ball and 2 strikes.
The right-hander deals on 1 and 2. Has to
LaRoche
fight to stay
fouls that
alive
one
as
off.
this
Adam
is fouled
LaRoche,
off to the right.
dangerous hitter for this team. He's absolutely crushed some pitches this season for the White Sox, including a game against Pittsburgh where he hit one that almost went into the Allegheny against the Pirates, but it just dropped
1 and 2.
at the
Swinging
top
a
row in
ground
right
ball
field at
towards the
PNC
hole.
Park. He'll ground into a double play here, as actually no, he'll beat it,
Not in time.
and he scores Shuck from third, and the White Sox extend their lead to 2-0.
No shot at two on a high chopper like that one.
Interesting play that LaRoche, Adam LaRoche is not the fastest guy in the world by any means, but he avoids the double play. As Avisail Garcia come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. Hit a line out. Trying to get his team going here. Well, not going, but trying to get some insurance runs and get the offense sparked here in Detroit. Martinez not looking too happy with that pitch from Verlander, as it's a ball with a strike. It's a ball with no strikes to Garcia. Garcia rips one, caught by Iglesias. Great play by Jose Iglesias. And that was a hard hit ball by Avisail Garcia. But Iglesias making a ballerina looking catch there. Gives a nice little ballerina move. The ice skater / ballerina, whatever, did a great job making that grab for out number 2. And that actually should keep the White Sox rally in check, as Connor Gillaspie will come to the plate here with 2 away. So instead of possibly having second and third, or maybe even runners on the corner, with 1 out, LaRoche is stranded on first with 2 away now against Connor Gillaspie, who is not exactly a power hitter, but as of late he has been playing pretty well. Here's the 1-1. Fouls that one off, as his bat turned over on that one. Verlander already at 56, now 57. He will have to have that one to at least get out of the inning in pitches. 58 now. That's a ball inside. The pitch count, one of the things that has been said to ruin baseball. Too many focus on the pitch count, and I couldn't agree more. There's a lot of focus on the pitch count, but it's one of those things that is just, since it's become so prevalent, it's hard to not focus on it. Here is the 2-2. And there's a foul ball. Connor Gillaspie at the plate. Pitch number 59. And he'll have to go at least 60. So Connor Gillaspie fouling off 2 or 3 pitches in this at bat. Maybe 4 if I remember he fouled one off earlier. To make it like 1-1. Pitch on the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. LaRoche will be, I would assume LaRoche will be going here. Likely he will be going, though it is 3-2. It is 3-2, so yeah, he should be going here for the White Sox for Gillaspie. He goes 3-2. LaRoche won't be the out, and Gillaspie grounds out to the end of the inning. So LaRoche did go. Ground ball to Iglesias is the 6-3, but the White Sox add a run. 2-0. 2-0. Shy Sox, good guys, Southside hitmen here in Detroit to start the ball game.
Jose Iglesias will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup.
Jose Iglesias at the plate. And he'll go up against Chris Sale, who has been dealing so far. He's given up 2 hits already in the game, though. And a hard fastball catches Iglesias swinging.
Well, he's gotten away here early with leaving some of these pitches out over the middle of the plate.
Chris Sale, who, as we mentioned, has not walked anyone this season. Pretty much a main candidate for this White Sox team in the All-Star game. Maybe about a month ago, it appeared the White Sox could possibly have 5 or 4, maybe even 5 guys in the All-Star game. So with that being Chris Sale, Bonifacio, Jose Abreu, Adam LaRoche, and maybe David Robertson. Abreu, Sale, Bonifacio, LaRoche, and Robertson. Yeah, that's 5. Okay, that's 5. I was trying to make sure I got 5 in there. As of late, David Robertson has blown 2 saves. Abreu's numbers have dropped off. Chris Sale he's lost a few bad. He's had a few bad starts. Adam LaRoche may be the only consistent starter, the consistent player out of those 5 names, and Bonifacio making it would pretty much just be because he leads the league in stolen bases. But here's another reason why Chris Sale could possibly make it. 10 wins on the season, tied for 3rd. He's tied for 1st. One of 3 guys tied for 1st, and Corey Kluber of Cleveland and Yu Darvish of Texas. As you see, 3 Rangers in there. Yvonne Guerrero has 9 of his own. Meanwhile, Rajai Davis will come to the plate. This Detroit team, they and the White Sox, both teams as I mentioned about a month ago, we're just about the only two in the hunt. But it's a long season, and this is why you play the games. White Sox now in a three-way tie for first with Cleveland and Minnesota. Detroit a game and a half back and in 4th place for the AL Central lead. Here's a ball and a strike to Rajai Davis, the 1-1. He gets a piece of it. That's hitting the left. J.B. Shook did not streak the glove out, so Davis will get on base. And that is a dangerous base hit in favor of the Detroit Tigers, as that is double number 121 on the season for the Detroit Tigers. They are 5th in the league, well, tied for 4th with Boston. They actually passed Boston, unless I get word that Boston has hit a double in their game against Baltimore that is taking place at the moment. They are still trailing 2-0 out at Fenway at the moment. Interesting to see the approach that Chris Sale and Robin Ventura take here. Sale has not walked a batter this season. Let's see if that changes. For strategy, Sale, strike 1. And it will not so far. Davis with his 11th double of the campaign for the Detroit Tigers. Anytime Rajai Davis gets on base, definite steal threat. But I don't think he's stealing here. Here's the pitch. Kinsler pops one in the right center. Eaton and Garcia look like they're having trouble deciding who's going to field this one. Garcia fields it. Davis does not go. Shocking enough there. And not only that, Alexi Ramirez with a pretty good cutoff to make sure he doesn't go. So that was a pretty good defensive fielding position there to keep Davis at second. So now Miguel Cabrera is actually going to have to come through with a base hit in order to bring him home, which was actually the case regardless of if he went to third or not. But now it makes it a little easier for Chris Sale to take on Cabrera. Here's the pitch. Cabrera hits it. Hard hit ball. Sanchez robs him of a base hit, and that'll end the inning. He didn't rob him in a fancy way, but he keeps him. He keeps Davis to third, and the White Sox out of the 3rd inning with a 2-0 lead. 8 hits between the combined between the teams so far. Alexi Ramirez, 104 career home runs for the White Sox shortstop. Had 99 coming into the season. Took about to get that first home run, but he now has 5 on the year. It was interesting when he got it. After he got it, he started hitting a lot more. Speaking of hitting a lot more, Ramirez goes deep, and you can put it on the board. Yes! Home run for Alexi Ramirez, his 6th homer of the year, career home run number 105, as the White Sox now extend the lead to 3-0. Salute to Hawk Harrelson of the White Sox. I know I stole the catchphrase, whatever, man. I'm from Chicago. Alexi with the home run in the left field. And the White Sox now lead 3-0, or as I like to say sometimes in my ode to soccer, 3-0. White Sox here against the Tigers, and that is going deep in the left field. And that ball was hit 386 feet, 386 Majestic feet. Although Majestic did not actually sponsor that replay. And Verlander now. So a disappointed Detroit crowd here. They've been pretty much forced to sit on their hands for 3.5 innings. As the White Sox 3-0 so far. Here's Tyler Flowers at the plate, and that is a strike, a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox catcher.
So far in this at bat, he could go just about anywhere from here.
Curveball, 12-6 curveball in the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the White Sox catcher, Tyler Flowers, T-Flow, at the plate. Here's the pitch. And he rips another one in the left field. That one will get down in front of Anthony Goes. And the White Sox left field has been White Sox territory so far in this one, as just about everything is going in the left. Maybe the only exception off the top of my head that I could think of that is not going in the left field was the Jose Abreu base hit in the center field in the last inning. That had Shuck go to third and did not quite score him. Sanchez at the plate. He rips one in the left field. Another left field base hit. The Sox are hitting the ball very well today. The throw to Iglesias is off target. Flowers to the plate. Should have been out by a mile. The throw takes a hop away from the plate. V-Mart has to scoop it. He cannot tag him in time. And it's now 4-0 White Sox. Verlander already allowing 8 hits in this game, and we are only in the 4th inning. He's at 68 on the pitch count, and that is a wrap for Justin Verlander. The Sox chase him early in this ball game, and and a lot of bullpen work for Brad Ausmus's club could be very damaging in this 4-game weekend. Grab some pine. He is done for the day, as Brad Ausmus will turn to the pen. He will turn to the former Chicago Cub and former Pittsburgh Pirate, Tom Gozolani, who is 1-0 in 14 appearances this year, has a 1.48 ERA. He struck out 26, only allowed 6 walks for the Detroit Tigers here in the 2015 campaign. He is a left-hander, and what better batter for him to face to start off this ball game than left-hander Adam Eaton. He will face Adam Eaton, J.B. Shuck, and then Abreu. So he'll face 2 left-handers before he faces Abreu. Carlos Sanchez, a switch hitter, standing out at second. Iglesias and Kinsler in double play depth. Iglesias will drop out, and that is a strike. Ball and a strike to Adam Eaton. From Adam Eaton, the ball's been going very well to left. From Adam Eaton, I'm trying to hit one right up the gut. With the way Iglesias keeps dropping out on the double play depth. 2 balls and a strike on the inside corner.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you.
That's the outside, inside on the inside corner to the Chicago White Sox center fielder. Second in the league, the American League in stolen bases, tied with the other center fielder in this game, Rajai Davis, of the Detroit Tigers. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Eaton. The pitch. He went on that. Yeah, and that is it for Adam Eaton. And he goes down on Ks. Now J.B. Shuck. He goes down on strikes as J.B. Shuck will come into play. So Gozolani out of the bullpen gets a K. J.B. Shuck, he's 1 for 1. He's drawn a walk, and each time he's reached base, he has scored. So that's a good omen if he can get on base for the 3rd time in this ballgame. And that is a ball in the outside corner to the Chicago White Sox outfielder, J.B. Shuck. Only 1 home run of the year came in the last game. I know I've mentioned that. This is about the 3rd time I've mentioned that in the game, but work with me. It's very late. I don't have notes. I'm going off the head here. A ball and no strikes to Shuck, and he fouls that one away. A ball and a strike. This will be an interesting 4-game series between these 2 teams. Once again, the White Sox playing to hold down position in a 4-way tie. Three-way tie for first place. Detroit is in 4th place. And if they win, they and the White Sox can very easily flip-flop if Detroit can find a way to win 3 or 4 in this series. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Shuck hits one right up the middle, and he hits it right off Gozolani, and he will reach base. And that one looked kind of nasty. It looked like it hit him right in the kneecap. And I'm no stranger to knee injuries, and I can tell you that must really hurt. As Gozolani trying to shake it out, Martinez comes out to talk to him. I think that might have hit him in his drive leg, and I believe it did hit him in his drive leg because he's left-handed. And he will stay in the game as Jose Abreu, 2 for 2, a double and a single. And I'm officially going to put Jose Abreu on cycle watch, as he needs a triple and a home run. And he will definitely have at least 3 more bats in this game, as he's hitting for the 3rd time here in the 4th. So yeah, that should be 4th, 7th, and maybe 9th. 4th and the 7th for sure. Hit it again at least in the 7th.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole
So
now.
maybe it depends on if the White Sox offense can stay as high powered as it is here in this ball game. 4-0 Chicago. No balls and 2 strikes to Abreu. Abreu fouls away, and no balls and 2 strikes continues. Runners on the corners. Sanchez and Shuck standing on the corners. For Abreu. Here's the pitch. Abreu fouls another one off, and Abreu getting some good lift on that one, got under it, but he drove it foul. No balls and 2 strikes. He has 49 ribbies on the year, looking for 50 and 51 here. Well, he'll definitely get, well, actually he may not get it, as it's taken away by Castellanos. Gorzolani gets out of the inning, and Castellanos with a quick glove flip to make that one, as we get a look at the back half of the double play. As Kinsler with the catch, the slow turn, the plant, the flip, the throw, the DP. Dial that one up. 5-4-3 DBL play to get out of the inning. Yoenis Cespedes at the plate for the first time.
And here's the first pitch.
For the second time in the game, here is Cespedes, the 0-1. Chris Sale has not had a perfect one, but he's definitely dominated the Detroit Tigers in this ball game. Meanwhile, in Fenway, 2-1, as Dustin Pedroia hit his 8th home run of the year. 2-1 Boston, trails to Baltimore actually. 5-2 Oakland against Texas. Sam Fuld, another former Chicago player, was a member of the Cubs organization, homered for Oakland against the Texas Rangers. Yankees and Astros, that's coming up later tonight. But look out here on Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network.
Now here's the pitch.
Here on Twitch, you will be able to see C.J. Edwards of the Cubs take on Brandon McCarthy of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Cubs and Dodgers continue their 4-game series, important series for the Cubs, who are actually bouncing back pretty well after losing 3 straight against the Minnesota Twins. So if that's an omen for a big dope in his Cubs, hopefully that's an omen for me in this series against the Detroit Tigers, that I can get a win. Well, it looking good so far. Here's the 1-2 against Cespedes. May have spoke too soon. Cespedes hits this one hard in the right field. That's got Garcia's back to the wall. He makes the play for out number 1, and there's a look at tomorrow's telecast. Jose Quintana versus the newest Toronto Blue Jay in real life, David Price, at 8-3 on the year, a 4.02 ERA. Jose Quintana at 3.77 will go for the White Sox. Anthony Goes, his hitting streak currently in jeopardy, 0-for-1, but I mean it's only the 4th inning, plenty of game to go. Here's the pitch, fastball in the outside corner, strike 1. Chris Sale and the White Sox looking to make it to the MLB The Show 15 postseason here on Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, the 0-1. Ooh, nice changeup. First a 92-mile-per-hour fastball, then he takes 10 miles off of it and drops an 82-mile-per-hour changeup. And here is the 0-2 coming to the Detroit outfielder. Anthony Goes, another guy similar to J.D. Shutt, can play just about any position in the outfield, playing at left field today.
Ready with another 0-2.
The 0-2 pitch,
and a good
fouled away.
Here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2.
Sale would get another look at it. Here it is. Excuse me, Goes to get another look at it. Sale gets the sign. He gets the pitch. Slider falls off the table. Gets Anthony Goes.
This is one of those guys.
As I take a brief moment here to thank everyone that watches our games here on Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, whether you're watching this on archive on YouTube or watching this live here on Life of Raw Sports Gaming. We really appreciate the views. We do this for fun. So, yeah, we appreciate any viewers that may be coming our way. Here's J.D. Martinez at the plate. That's a ball in the dirt. Not in the dirt, but low. 1 ball, no strikes. Martinez batting .250 on the year, 29 RBIs. And J.D. Martinez, for a guy to have the kind of power he does, that he has, only has 4 home runs. Swing and a miss. 94. Chris Sale he's been dancing all over the low 90s with that fastball. 94, 92, 93. I think I saw 91 at one point. And then he's throwing changeups at 82 and sliders at 77. Definitely keeping Detroit's hitters off target. There's an 81 on the slider. And there's another look at beautiful Comerica Park in Detroit. Right around the way. Ford Field is the big stadium next to the out in left field that says The Show on it. But here is the 1-2 to Martinez. Martinez hits it right at Sanchez. Scoop scores, throws him out. Scoop scores, not football. And there's a look at beautiful Ford Field to the left of you there. That big dome out there, home of the Detroit Lions. Roche, Garcia, Gillespie. when the Sox come to play.
Adam LaRoche will make his way towards the box to lead off the fifth.
The most dangerous guy in the White Sox order at the plate. He's batting. However, he's been probably the least dangerous today. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. However, the ground out did score a runner, but it was a force out at second. Meanwhile, in Boston, they have tied the game against the Orioles. There's LaRoche with a base hit in the right field as he pulls one for his first hit of the game. And now the White Sox, they get LaRoche going. They're already up 4-0. Are they looking for the insurance? As we will get Avisaíl Garcia, who is 0 for 2 today. And I think, if I remember correctly, that was, yeah, it was. Actually, it was. Garcia got robbed by Jose Iglesias as he hit a hard rocket right at him at short. However, this time, hits a weak grounder to Ian Kinsler to end a potential rally. As now Conor Gillaspie will come to the plate once again with nobody out. Excuse me, with 2 outs. And nobody on. There we go. I was trying to say nobody on. 2 away, nobody on. Last time Gillaspie had to hit with LaRoche stranded at first when Iglesias took that hit away. Interesting enough, Gillaspie pops it up to Mr. Jose Iglesias for out number 3 to end the inning. And take a while, guess who'll be batting in the home half of the Detroit fifth. He's going to be hitting behind Castellanos and Vic Martinez for Jose Iglesias. 7-8-9 for the Detroit hitters. However, they're going up against Chris Sale, who has not really shown not showing too much weakness in this ball game. He's allowed 2 hits. And hey, there's Castellanos, who has 2 of those hits now with that base hit in the right field.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting
interesting trade deadline in baseball going on in real life. The White Sox were rumored to be trying to get a big bat. I don't recall the White Sox getting a big bat. They ended up with Justin Sellers from Pittsburgh in one deal. I know the Cubs made some big trades. They got Dan Heron and Tommy Hunter from Baltimore. So those guys will be coming over when we get to the trade deadline and here on Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network. Here's the pitch to Martinez for strike 1. Conor Gillaspie went to the Angels, so I won't have him anymore when we get to that point. No balls in the strike to Victor Martinez. And Martinez coming to life. Hits one deep in the right center field. Eaton took a bad angle. And that'll score Castellanos all the way from first. Martinez will stop at second. And Detroit on the board. As for the first time today, Comerica Park roars to life for the Detroit Tigers. Well, not necessarily roar, but come alive. They get off their hands for the first time. 0-1 to Jose Iglesias. Good contact there in the left field. Now Detroit starting to find that part of the park. And now runners on the corners as the order turns over for Rajai Davis.
And stepping in is the center fielder, Rajai Davis. Outside target here.
Nobody out. Davis could lay a bunt down and it would definitely do damage to the White Sox lead. So let's see what happens. Davis hits a hard one down the line, hooks foul on him, and that'll keep Martinez on third, and everybody will stay put. Unfortunate turn of events there for the Detroit Tigers. The 0-2. And once again, Davis, although for the average player that would be a ground out, for Rajai Davis that could actually turn into a base hit if it stayed fair. He probably just got tagged out. But it would have scored a runner, and now Davis, after 2 unfortunate foul balls, gets a slider that bites, that has a nasty bite for strike number 3, and he'll go to the seat. He'll take the seat. Ian Kinsler at the plate.
Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul.
The 0-1. To the Detroit Tigers second baseman at the plate, Ian Kinsler. He hits another foul ball, and now Detroit The foul ball is eating them alive here as Davis hit 2 with a chance. He hit 2. That could have easily got Martinez home. Kinsler hits 2. This actually might get Martinez home. Kinsler hits a sac fly. Lazy throw into the infield. Martinez will score on the sac fly, and Detroit has cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. As now Miguel Cabrera now becomes the tying run for Detroit if he can get one out into the seats. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Flowers will not have a play on it. And now Detroit in business. They've got the crowd back to life. Here Cabrera, unfortunately for the second time, robbed by a middle infielder as Ramirez with a little light step to his left makes the play, flips it to second. Crowd number 3. Southside hit me and come back to the plate here in the top of the 6th. It will be the same guy that just robbed Cabrera, and he's also hit a home run in this game, has Alexei Ramirez. He got all of that one. And the White Sox now lead it 4-2. Detroit scoring 2 in the home half of the 5th. Ramirez will lead off here in the top of the 6th as the White Sox look to get at least one of those 2 runs back here against Tom Gorzolani, who's actually hung in there pretty well after taking a line drive right off the kneecap. And Ramirez hits it right to Iglesias for out number 1. And there's a look at Tom Gorzolani. 2 innings pitched, 2 1/3 so far to allow 2 hits. He has 1 strikeout. That 1 strikeout was his first batter faced in the ball game. So now he's going to go up against Tyler Flowers, who's 2 for 2 in this game. Flowers, both of his hits have been to left field. He pulled one right to Anthony Ghost earlier. He hits a line drive. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it off.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
The 0-1 to Tyler Flowers at the plate.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. Flowers hits it right at Iglesias. And that was a pretty not hard hit ball. I thought it was maybe a well hit ball. Unfortunately, hit right at Nick Castellanos. And now Carlos Sanchez, you see batting 182, 2 RBIs in the year. However, he has a double in this ball game for the White Sox. He was stranded after his double last time up. He's taking on Tom Gorzolani. And the White Sox, after giving up 2 in the 5th, offense has stalled here against Detroit. Cabrera grounded out to end the 5th, so it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Tigers when they come to bat against Chris Sale, who up until the last inning pretty much had things under control. Here's Sanchez. He hits it at Iglesias. Iglesias makes another good play, throws it clear across the infield. Cabrera makes the grab and walks off. Cespedes, Ghost, and J.D. Martinez for Detroit in the home half of the 6th. As the Tigers, they're in striking distance, a bloop and a blast, and this will be a brand new ball game for Detroit as the newest New York Met in real life, Yoenis Cespedes, comes to the plate.
First offering on the way.
Here's the pitch. Sale with a slider. Bites hard. Big strike 1.
That man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another
no
great
balls
outing.
and a strike.
And that's what you get
Chris
when you
Sale.
mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Here's the 0-1. Sale. Change up.
Catches the zone
That
as
ball
well.
is not speeding up. 78 on the slider.
You can mistake
83. Excuse me, 83 on the changeup. 78 on the slider.
That's a pitch you need to be swinging at.
Sale gets the sign from T-Flow. And
Now
here
here it
is the
comes.
0-2.
Lifted
Two-seam
down the line and
fastball.
right and back out of
Cespedes
play. Count holds
fouls it
at
away.
0-2.
Here's the
Another
0-2.
0-2 coming.
Sale.
Got him to swing on top of
Fastball.
that one as this ball's rolled out
Oh,
in
Sale
front of
missed the
mound.
ball.
Don't quite know what was going on there.
It's
but he moved to
Cespedes.
first base safely.
Reaches base safely. It looked like Sale might have misplayed that one. It looked like it should have been an easy ground ball out. And Sale had a little case of the Bill Buckner there. and was unable to make the play as that one gets through his legs, and that is going to be an E1 as Anthony goes will come to the plate, and his hit streak in jeopardy. But if he can get a big base hit, and I mentioned a bloop in the blast could change this game around. They got the bloop, and now goes rock swing in the left field, and now the tying run is on first. The go-ahead run comes to the plate as JD Martinez, who is 0 for 2 in the game, will come to bat. In the meantime, work in the White Sox bullpen in the form of Matt Albers and Zach Duke, as Robert Ventura is on his way to the mound. Or, excuse me, Don Cooper.
Some action
Whoever
now in the White Sox
they,
bullpen. They'll stand
I think it's
up
Don
lefty
Cooper. It used to be
and the
Don Cooper for
right-hander to
years.
throw.
I don't know if he's still a pitching coach.
Waits, now the pitch.
Here's the pitch.
And a bouncing ball, foul.
Foul ball. Big Dope, I know you're watching. Look that up. Who's the White Sox pitching coach for me? Here's the 0-1 to JD Martinez.
Kicks and deals. And this ball's heading
No
for the
balls
seats
and 2
down the
strikes.
right
That is
side.
foul.
The count will move to 0-2 now.
And here is Martinez at the plate with a chance to possibly tie the game if he can hit one into the gap.
And a changeup
Ooh,
swung on.
changeup catches him a little bit behind as he swings and misses for strike number 1. Out number 1, strike number 3 to end the inning. One thing I need to work on my play by play is I'll say one thing and I'm thinking another. Need to work on that. 2 for 2 is Nick Castellanos. So this is probably the worst guy Chris Sale could face right now. He's the only guy that's hit him each time he's been in the plate. While Detroit is in the middle of a rally, 92 on the gun there for strike 1. Sale will have to go at least 73 pitches to get out of this inning. Here is the pitch. Sale, Castellanos fouls it away. No balls and 2 strikes. The sign from T-Flow to Sale has been taken. Here's the pitch. 0-2. Two-seamer just misses. A ball and a strike to the Detroit third baseman.
1-2 with 1 away.
1-2, Castellanos. And I'm sure Detroit, that is going to generate a collective groan from the home supporters, as Castellanos was 2 for 2, was the only Tiger to have multiple hits in the game prior to the last inning, and now when they get some offense going, he gets out for the first time as Victor Martinez will come to the plate here in the 6th inning against Chris Sale. Martinez right at Alexei Ramirez. 2nd consecutive inning. The ball is hit right at Alexei Ramirez to end it. And 2 are left on as it looked as soon as it looked like Detroit just might tie the game or take the lead. Chris Sale gets reels off 3 straight outs to get out of the gym. As we take a look at the MLB The Show 15 game summary, Chris Sale, 6 innings of work, 6 Ks. Alexei Ramirez with a home run, the biggest blast of the game. The guy not on that board, however, JB Shuck. He's hitting 2 for 3 and has accounted for 2 of the 4 White Sox runs. Blaine Hardy will come in. This will be appearance number 25, 29 Ks for him, a 3.38 ERA, and he is 3-4 on the year. And he will take on Adam Eaton, who is 0 for 3 today, and he struck out last time he was up. And here is the White Sox center fielder Eaton, and that will not get him his first hit of the game right there, as he pops that one right up to Victor Martinez for out number 1. And now, speaking of JB Shuck, who I just mentioned was not on the game summary board, will be up now. Elsewhere, Baltimore leading Boston 4-2. We knew Matt Wieters hit a home run earlier. We know Pedroia hit a home run earlier. Well, Baltimore has now taken advantage of the offense they're getting there. 5-4 Oakland against Texas. Texas has made it closer as Shuck drills one in the left field. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Blaine Hardy, and I think that's probably exactly what the doctor ordered for Brad Ausmus's club, as he gets Hardy off the bullpen and gets 2 pitches, 2 outs. Now he'll face Jose Abreu who has done a little bit of damage, has done some damage today. He scored, he drove in J.B. Shuck on an RBI double earlier in the first. Broke up a double play as well when Adam LaRoche grounded out to allow Shuck to score the second time. Abreu this time hits it in the left center field, but Anthony Goes runs it down. So nothing doing for the White Sox in that inning. 4 pitches by Blaine Hardy. Keeps the game exactly where it is.
Jose Iglesias will come forward now.
Chris Sale still in the game. He'll take on Jose Iglesias, the 9-hitter in the Detroit order, so it will turn over to Rajai Davis and then Ian Kinsler.
He's been in complete control. I think you need to guard
Sale, another slider, back-to-back sliders. Arizona and Colorado underway out in the Rocky Mountains, and Arizona not wasting any time, up 5-0 out there against the Rockies.
Now here's the pitch.
And here's another pitch. Iglesias hits it deep in the left, right at J.B. Shuck. Milwaukee and Milwaukee and the Mets 1-0 Brew Crew as they lead 1-0 against the New York Mets. Playing the Chicago Cubs in real life at the moment. Playing the Cubs in my, so that means they're playing the Cubs in my offline as well. Took another game. They won 5-2 yesterday. They won 3-2 today against me with the Cubs. Here's the pitch to Rajai Davis. Hits it right at Gillespie. And Gillespie, I think, might end up with an error for that one. However, I believe that should be scored a base hit. That was hit right at Gillespie, but it was smoked right at him. While he may have whiffed on the grab. And they are going to score that a base hit. So, and rightfully so, that should have been a base hit. However, now, the base stealing threat, Rajai Davis, is standing at first. And so now Chris Sale's concentration will make all the difference in this at-bat. Fastball on the inside corner. Sale fouls it away. Excuse me, Kinsler fouls it away. Here's the pitch, the 0-1. Kinsler hits it deep to right. That's tearing. That is tearing. It had Garcia go all the way to the back of the warning track, but was not hit hard enough to leave the playing field, as that's out number 2 instead of an RBI double or maybe even a 2-run homer to tie the game. And now Miguel Cabrera, who's had some pretty bad luck the last few times he was up, he's grounded out. He grounded out right to Alexei Ramirez last time to end the 5th inning that saw Detroit finally get on the board. Cabrera 0 for 3 so far in this one. An interesting question in this one. While it's nothing is set in stone, here's the Davis goes, and he beats that easily on the changeup, but it's no ball and 2 strikes to Cabrera. But the interesting question now for the White Sox, while we haven't reached that crossroad yet, is if they get down to a potential closing situation, who do you bring in? Dave Robertson has been struggling as of late. He's blown his last 2 saves. Meanwhile, Cabrera rips one in the left. That'll score the run. And Detroit now has made it a 1-run ball game. So let's not get too ahead of the White Sox closing situation, as Yoenis Cespedes will come to play. Chris Sale pushing 90 pitches here. That's 85 delivered to the plate. The 0-1 to Yoenis Cespedes. Pop foul. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Cespedes fouls it away. And now he's being pesky as Chris Sale is trying to get out of the inning here. The 0-2. Oh, man, a slider just for ball 1. And Cespedes with a tough take, but he took nonetheless. Here's the pitch. Hits it right to Gillespie, who flips it right to second. And once again, the left side of the infield kills a Detroit rally, but not before the Tigers push one across on Miguel Cabrera's RBI single to left field that scores the speedy Rajai Davis. Adam LaRoche, 1 for 3, will come to the plate for the 4th time in the ball game.
pitch coming. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball.
1 ball, no strikes to Adam LaRoche.
Just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And that is a pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. And going back to the White Sox closing controversy, as of late, you mentioned David Robertson is struggling. He's blown his last 2 save opportunities, but hold on a minute. LaRoche rips one in the right center field for a base hit. Davis chases that down. LaRoche is not the fastest guy in the world, so that will only end up being a double as he stands safely at second. But that's a big start for the White Sox after Detroit has scored 3 unanswered in this ball game. And now there's a good way to kick it off. But going back to the White Sox closing controversy, for about the millionth time I'm mentioning that Roberts has blown his last 2 saves. But in the last outing, Jesse Crain was brought in a tie ball game to keep that game tied to force it to extra innings. And he ended up giving up the winning run against the Minnesota Twins. Zach Duke had an appearance against the Minnesota Twins in extra innings. And he gave up the walk-off home run to Kurt Suzuki, which sparked the Twins to a 10th inning victory 2 games ago. So the White Sox probably the 3 guys they would love to go to have been very unreliable. Gillespie hits one right to first. Unfortunately, the ground out by Garcia was hit to third because if that one was hit, because Gillespie grounds one to second, which would have scored LaRoche. Light would have likely scored LaRoche. However, no run scores there. Change up to curveball to Alexi Ramirez. He takes it for ball 1. LaRoche. Ramirez has a home run, so he has been able to hit the ball today. He gets a hold of this one, hits it in the right center field. Rajai Davis just has to camp under this one. In Detroit, pretty much bail Blaine Hardy out, as it'll be Anthony Goes, J.D. Martinez, and Nick Castellanos in the Detroit 8th.
Anthony Goes will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning.
And it will be Jesse Crain coming in. This will be appearance number 17. He won in that 0-1 record, was earlier today against the Minnesota Twins. He does have a save, however, probably in relief of David Robertson on an off day. So interesting to not see Robertson yet. Crane gets Ramirez to field. Crane gets Goes to ground out to Ramirez to end that threat of his at-bat. Goes to, however, was able to extend his hitting streak earlier, so that will stay alive for at least 1 more game. And J.D. Martinez, curveball, strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here.
White Sox baseball here on Life Around Sports Gaming Network. Come back later today for Cubs baseball here on Life Around Sports Gaming Network, as they will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers, with C.J. Edwards going up against Brandon McCarthy. Also, look out for the Tuesday Showdown, the Saturday Showcase, and Sunday Night Baseball, all nationally, quote-unquote, nationally broadcast games, not always featuring the Cubs or Sox here on Life Around Sports Gaming Network, because we understand that our viewers are not just Chicago, although we are pretty much Illinois-based, and I'm Chicago-based. Ground ball hit up the middle, base hit for J.D. Martinez to keep the Detroit inning, going, as that's now going to bring Castellanos to the plate. And Castellanos he popped one up last time up, so he pretty much he may owe his team one here. He takes that one for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Castellanos hits it to the right, but it's a foul ball. Colorado on the board in their game against Arizona. Owings hit a home run, hit his 6th of the year, and Michael McHenry drove in one for the Colorado Rockies. Here's a hit in the left center field. There's Castellanos coming through. Eaton having trouble finding the ball, and that will score the runner from first. The throw to third, Ramirez to Gillespie, safe as Castellanos in Detroit has tied the game at 4 apiece as Jesse Crain, for the second consecutive game, fails to complete his task. Yesterday he couldn't keep the game tied. Today he couldn't hold the lead.
Victor Martinez will have a chance here.
And Victor Martinez will come to the plate now. The infield is playing in. Crane will give Martinez 4 wide ones here. And that will put runners on the corners and 1 away. Sets up the double play ball. The real question now is, will Crane be pitching to Jose Iglesias? Or will Robert Ventura go elsewhere? And it appears that he will be going elsewhere to Matt Albers here, who is 2-0 on the season, making only his 13th appearance. And that's the real unfortunate situation here, is that Chris Sale will not get the decision for a very good performance that he had. But now Detroit, they scored the last 4. Iglesias lays down the sack bunt on the squeeze bunt. Flowers throws it into the outfield, and that's a runner. That runner was going to score regardless. And now it's 2nd and 3rd with 1 out for Detroit, and the White Sox meltdowns continue as Iglesias and the Tigers now take the lead. Flowers unfortunately had to play it out with himself, and he's going to have any hope at an out. His throw was well off the bag, and now Rajai Davis at the plate with runners on 2nd and 3rd, and only 1 away. Insurance is looking really good for Detroit at the moment. Albers will not walk Davis. Davis lays down another squeeze. Albers doesn't even get the throw off, and the Tigers score another run. And Detroit with 3 in the inning as Martinez scores from 3rd. Runners on the corners once again, this time with Ian Kinsler at the plate, as the meltdowns of the Chicago White Sox continue. Rajai Davis with RBI number 23 on the season with the squeeze bunt. Davis gets a sinker, and Albers comes in inheriting pretty much a rough situation from Jesse Crain. Kinsler hits 1 foul. But now Detroit 6 unanswered against the White Sox. And how big was that inning that Blaine Hardy just had, where Adam LaRoche got to 3rd, and the Sox were unable to bring him home. A leadoff double went for naught, and Detroit has taken advantage. Kinsler hits it in the center field. Eaton's going to have a tough play at the plate here. The throw. The runner scores. 7-4. 4 in the inning for Detroit. As now Miguel Cabrera will come to bat with a chance to extend the Detroit lead. Davis goes. Flowers' throw actually beat Davis to the bag, but the tag was late. And now Detroit just taking over here at Comerica Park against the Chicago White Sox. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now a completely different ball game as Albers strikes out Cabrera. And the White Sox, who were pretty much 6 outs away, but not even pretty much, the White Sox were 6 outs away from taking the opener of this 4-game weekend series from Detroit. Now trail 7-4 and will face Jabba Chamberlain, who will make his 29th appearance, and he will now face Tyler Flowers to start things off. In the White Sox, pretty much just a simple letdown here as Detroit takes the lead. Flowers boots it, broken bat, but it's foul.
Another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down.
And another meltdown. It's just been a rough week for the Chicago White Sox, not able to hold on to leads or get out of jams or hang on to games that they should win this week. As they've lost, if Detroit can get these last 3 outs, 5 consecutive losses, all And in each game, the White Sox have been, each with the exception of the 7-0 loss to the Minnesota Twins, they've had the lead or have at least been tied in the 9th inning. Carlos Sanchez will come to the plate. Adam Eaton is on deck. He will be followed by J.B. Shuck, and if they can get there, Abreu will come up. Sanchez hits that deep. However, Davis is the guy out in center field. He misses the ball completely. That gets over his head. Sanchez will get in the third safely. And the White Sox now, with one away, have a runner standing on third. So maybe it's not over yet, but let's see what happens. As Sanchez standing at third, however, Adam Eaton is 0 for 4 in the ballgame. And now we get the closer, Joe Nathan, who will make appearance number 21, looking for what will be his 18th save. He's 0-2, so he has 2 games that he has lost. One of them against the White Sox earlier this year. And Adam Eaton at the plate takes ball 1.
And now with that runner on third and 1 away, you need to stay smart.
This game has taken a very weird turn as Detroit pretty much were dominated by Chris Sale. Chris Sale goes out and Detroit takes the lead. Adam Eaton hits that deep to left. That won't do much damage, but it will score Sanchez from third. Probably not the time to sack fly, but I'm sure the White Sox will take any way they can get it. As J.B. Shuck will come to the plate. As it is now 7-5, and now the Sox trailing by 2. How, if there's any consolation of trailing by 2, is that if J.B. Shuck can get on, it will be to Abreu and LaRoche. Abreu and LaRoche will be the guys hitting behind him, while the Sox are down to their final out of the ballgame. An interesting turn of events here. As Nathan comes to the plate, Shuck hits it hard in the right field. And you talk about stealing defeat from the jaws of victory. That's what the White Sox did today as the Detroit Tigers take game 1 of this 4-game weekend series. The White Sox losing streak goes to 5 consecutive. Joe Nathan gets 4 pitches. He gets two outs. And the White Sox give one away in the Detroit Tigers. Or the Tigers steal one. 7 unanswered by the Sox. 7 unanswered runs by the Detroit Tigers. And they hold on to take the opener. And the slide continues. The fall from grace is the way I started the broadcast. I talked about the fall from grace. It has continued for the White Sox. 5 consecutive losses. However, the Sox will have 3 more cracks at the Detroit Tigers in this weekend series. A 4-run 8th leads to come from behind victory for Detroit. As we get a look at our top player of the game, and I believe that's going to be Nick Castellanos. And I think who else should get? He had 3 hits, only 1 RBI, but 3 hits for Castellanos. He actually was the only, for most of the game, was the only offense Detroit had, really. But now the Tigers, where they showing a little bit of resiliency with a come-from-behind victory. Nick Castellanos is your top player of the game. And for Life of Rouse Sports Gaming Network, I am King Rouse. And this has been Chicago White Sox baseball on the road to the World Series here on Life of Rouse Sports Gaming. This game will be archived on Life of Rouse Sports Gaming Network on YouTube. So subscribe to Life of Rouse Sports Gaming Network on YouTube. Follow Life of Rouse Sports Gaming here on Twitch. Also check us out on Twitter at Life of Rouse, at LRSGN. And also follow me on Twitch at King Rouse 21 and subscribe to me on YouTube at King Rouse. So once again, for Life of Rouse Sports Gaming Network, Life of Rouse Sports Gaming, I'm King Rouse. The Detroit Tigers defeat the Chicago White Sox.
5 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. They left 7.
Excuse me, a little technical difficulties there. Once again, the Detroit Tigers defeat the Chicago White Sox 7-5. Come from behind victory in game 1 of this 4-game weekend series. Be sure to check us out later here on Life of Rouse Sports Gaming Network when the Chicago Cubs take on the Los Angeles Dodgers C.J. Edwards of the Cubs pitching against Brandon McCarthy of the Dodgers from Wrigley. So once again, for the final time for Life of Rouse Sports Gaming Network, I'm King Rouse. Have a good night.